Davis. They got the call at this Week 9 matchup.
Larry, football is back in Los Angeles as we welcome you inside the StubHub Center in Carson, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Los Angeles Chargers. Hi, everybody. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, we take a look at this Charger club entering play here. They come in playing some decent football, 5-3 in their last 8 games.
And going back through the tape, I thought they looked pretty good last week. It was a solid win, a comprehensive win.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Bills, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? This will be taken in at the 1. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. This is Derrick Henry. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. The numbers on the ground for Henry last week. 20 carries, 68 yards.
And give him a ton of credit. He's running the ball really well. But I look at those guys up front. That unit is truly playing as just that. Every move that they make, their teammate understands what that move means and what they need to do. And right now, they're starting to grind it out pretty well.
See if they stay on the ground for second down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third. An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now Edwards to kick as he sends it away. This is taken around the 12. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bills will be backed up to start the drive. They'll have it 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They go play action now. Peterman. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Play action. It's Peterman. And he's out of bounds right at the 25. It's a 15-yard pickup, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. They go play action here on first down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Matt Milano coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast, and a big sack. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. Partner, your thoughts on this D-line?
I love a unit that can control the run and get after the passer. This is an all-around terrific defensive front. Hard to move the ball against them on the ground, and then when you want to throw it, look out. Here they come after the quarterback.
Third down, 15 yards still needed. They'll drop the throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Lachlan Edwards now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. That's taken on the 25. And he will score. Touchdown, Buffalo. A great play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the early lead. They get the stop defensively, force the punt. They score without their offense even stepping on the field.
I remember playing on special teams and teasing the guys on offense like, look, you don't even worry about it. You guys just hang out over there. We'll bring this one all the way back and get the points we need. In this case, they actually got that done.
So after the punt return touchdown, let's see what their opponents can do with this kickoff. Fielded about a yard deep. Oh, eluding the tackle. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. So out come the Chargers. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He dumps it off for Henry. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And the Bills have recovered. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. Didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. And on 2nd and 10 now. They go to Johnson again. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
While we know that the identity of this offense is to throw the ball, they've got to run it every so often, if for no other reason than to tamp down the pass rush. They can't let them just tee off and get to their quarterback.
On third down, Peterman. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. Looking for Gronkowski, and he's got him complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Illegal forward pass. Offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
They're going on fourth down. It's Peterman. Over the middle, complete. That's Stevenson. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. They get 25 yards out of that one. And it'll give the Bills a first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working his way into the secondary, figures out defenses and finds weak spots in order to get open.
We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on. Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Peterman to throw, and the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of...
And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends in a Buffalo touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Back now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football, and they've got it here with a first down. They keep it with Henry on first down, and the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And right side, Henry's got it. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
A first down carry for Henry. call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Again, it's Henry. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't.
Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
That one goes for 24 yards. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24.
Not an ideal spot to be on first down, but I love that the play caller did not immediately abandon the running game and say, okay, we've got to throw in order to pick it up. Stayed with the run, was rewarded with a big-time pickup. Now they're in second and manageable.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. At 5 yards on the play there, the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
One thing that really impressed me about Joey Bosa is that he doesn't sacrifice the run game trying to get sacks. This guy really knows how to hold the point of attack, great leverage, and then goes and sheds people and makes plays.
And at 6'5", 270, just a monster.
Absolute monster with a really high motor.
And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Southern California after this. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal. So that run gets him about halfway home.
Yes, now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try and put it in that way.
On 2nd down, Johnson. And he'll keep working toward that end zone as he's down to about the 2-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Duke Johnson, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bills will extend their lead. Able to punch it in on third down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a fourth down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. Pretty fortunate there, the interception that ended the last drive, and then boom, the first pass here almost picked on this drive.
Yeah, I think you could definitely call him to question his decision-making here in the first half.
Certainly not the best of decisions there. Lucky that one wasn't picked. And he's got room. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. They'll look to throw now on first down. Goes underneath for Henry. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and it'll be a second down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. There's a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he's going to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. He'll look to throw. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll make it second down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And Murray's kick is up and good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So a field goal here. They're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good, because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
they'll start the drive on the ground with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Again, it's Johnson. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that one looked pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
Play of the half, it's Peterman going for the deep ball. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete. And pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. Shifts by him, and he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
Third quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
No. Check. Patriot. Now let's back that up. Leopard. Green, 39.
There's Johnson. He's been busy this afternoon. And Johnson lost the football. It's loose, poked out, and picked up by the Chargers. And he fights his way in for a Charger touchdown. This defense, Charles, they needed some type of a spark to help get them back in this game. I think they just got their spark.
No doubt about it. And you know that's all they discussed. How can we get ourselves moving again? How can we get our team going? This definitely qualifies.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're right back out there after watching the fumble go the other way. Still in control of this game, but that needs to serve as a wake-up call because they're not in the clear yet.
No, the message should be clear that fortunes can change pretty quickly when you turn the ball over. You've got to take care of it, otherwise that lead could slip away quickly.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk about football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a handoff. Johnson. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Johnson on the counter. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you could see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him.
There's a 20th carry for Johnson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Off the play fake. Here's Peterman. And he's got an open man. It's Gronkowski. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
They had 2 tight ends in the formation on that one. It looked to me like he had his pick of receivers downfield.
I think he was just planning on going over the middle. That's what he did.
Picked up first down, too.
Left side, caught by Matthews. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very solid gain of 27.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear the guy running the drag, because when you do, you can just put the ball on him and then let him run.
Yeah, he's got some space. They go back to the ground with Johnson, and he is knocked down from the side near the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Well, that play was doomed right from the start.
They just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense is going to get a bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. That is caught inside the 5. And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bills will add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On second down, here's Henry. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Charger first. And we were down on the field watching Henry warm up before the game. He's a big man. No wonder he breaks those tackles.
And you remember what I told you when we were watching? It's not all pads. When you get him out of pads and just see him in a regular suit or an outfit, he is a huge human being and a lot faster than what people know. When he gets rolling, he's a lot to bring down. Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They'll set up to throw. Henry's got it out on the left side. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses It's understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On the NFL scoreboard elsewhere, third quarter down in Arizona. And you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. It's a gain of 3 on what will be the final play of this third quarter. Back now at the StubHub Center in Carson. It's the Bills with a lead and the football here to begin the fourth quarter.
Detroit! Now let's go!
On the toss, here's Johnson. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Now after the running play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and come back to Carson after this. The Bills on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Here we go with Johnson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Play action. Now Peterman. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in.
Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joey Bosa in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Peterman. And he hits his man, Matthews. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
Here's Peterman to throw. He gets it to Matthews, complete. A gain of 6 there on first. And now they're in the hurry-up. They'll run it with Johnson, and he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before this series began, I know exactly what we said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3-and-out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
A gain of 3, second down. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. They pitch it out to Johnson. And he loses the football a second time. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I can hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They go play action with Peterman. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to Zay Jones that time. And that'll make it third down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Now Peterman. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Well, just play after play after play on this long drive for the offense. Now Johnson. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Johnson. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. On third down, Johnson. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And this will get out of bounds at the 2-yard line.
And I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule. Where his offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
Now Peterman on second down. And that will be caught by Jones. He's got a Buffalo touchdown.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
Fielded about a yard deep. And hello, he's going to be knocked backward as he'll be marked down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll bring up second down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking for Allen. He's got him on the slant. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So it's Charger football as we welcome you back from the 2-minute warning. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. On first down, he'll drop to throw. They set up the screen for Henry. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones, his intended receiver. And it's third down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Now let's go. Blue landed.
Looking to throw. Complete. Hunter Henry with a grab. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Back to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Williams. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Throw left side complete. It's Henry. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
False start, offense.
So that'll back them up 5.
Watch two. Here we go. Green, 39.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Julio Jones with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Chargers are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And checking that NFL scoreboard there in the 4th quarter. Here's Murray for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Jones. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. 23 yards on the play. They're not running it. Peterman wants to throw it. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game. Well, I know it points in this.